Women, do not fucking slap your man ever, much less in public, unless you want that hand to come back. I would never put hands on my wife. She wouldn't put hands on me. If a woman puts hands on me, expect it to return, but harder. Because God decided that our shoulders and arms, even as bitch as my shoulders are, work better than yours. I don't know why it is. It's just fucking mechanics. And when it comes back, you are not going to be happy. But when you slap your man in public, you are engaged in abuse and domestic violence. Because, bitch, it's never about the pain. It's not about the physical damage. You are doing it to humiliate and degrade him. The same way that if he slaps you, that's the ultimate goal. Slaps are more offensive to me than punches by a long shot. Don't fucking slap. Slap. No. You think you're a man? Slap. No. Do not fucking slap. I'll tell a quick story. I was at a friend's wedding. And a mutual friend, well, actually my really good friend he was at the groom's table. I was not. I was just out in the guest, but I was with his girlfriend, the friend who was in the groom's party's girlfriend. She was sitting at the table with me, Lady Rackets. We're hanging out. We're all having a good time. We go out, and as is tradition for us, we all go out for a cigar, all the guys, right? We go out for a cigar, have some laughs. We do this when a baby's born. We do this when there's a wedding, whatever. We just have a cigar, of course. We go back inside. Cigar's no big deal. Except it was a big deal. This is not Drex. No, this is our man M, who's a really good friend of ours. Both Drex and my mutual friend. Really great dude. He and I are 1 day apart in age. Drex is my brother. This guy is my brother. Like these are the people, if I had an absolute need for something, these are my people I call. It's Drex and our man M, couple, like maybe one or two other people. My friend Heath, who's been on the show, is another one of them. But this guy I've known longer than Drex. I've been friends with him forever. Since 5th grade, I guess. Yeah. We come back inside. His girlfriend finds out that he was smoking a cigar. And he had said he wasn't going to smoke any nicotine or something like that. I don't know what he actually said, but he's like, I went out to have a cigar with my friends. Chill the fuck out. It's a special occasion. She slaps him in front of in this wedding reception. She slaps him. And everybody, of course, in the immediate vicinity turns and looks. And it's like, to his fucking credit, he did not knock that bitch on her fucking ass. He said, let's go. We'll talk about this later. And they left. And I felt so fucking bad for him. Because the only thing keeping him from knocking her the fuck out was he's a consummate gentleman. He always has been. He's always been. No, they're not still together. They broke up. He has always been a fucking gentleman, like to a chivalrous degree. And he just very calmly, we will talk about this later. And then they left. This is like almost a fucking decade ago, and I remember it as if it were yesterday. Like the look on his face. And it was the most emasculating, abusive fucking thing I've seen in a long time. I was like, God damn, I cannot believe you. Bitch, you made this other person's wedding about you and your petty issue with him smoking a cigar with his friends. Like, he didn't even smoke a whole cigar. It was just like a cup, like, I think none of us are smokers. And like, I now smoke cigars, but back then I didn't. And so like we cut the cigar like into little like fucking quarters of it. Just the ritual, right? That was the whole thing. We sit outside for 15 minutes, smoking down part of a cigar. And it was nothing. It didn't matter at all. It's not like he's huffing down 8 packs of Marlboros, right? Like it was literally zero. And she fucking loses her shit on it. She was abusive in a lot of ways. And I was actually really glad when that relationship ended, because she did a whole bunch of shit to like try and control and manipulate him. It was really nasty. I actually didn't see him for years because of that shit. Or I'd see him like once a year type thing. Because, she didn't want his friends getting in the way. It's a bunch of bullshit. He's married to a much better woman now. Much better. His current wife is an absolute fucking gem, and I love her to death. But yeah, that one was nasty. And that shit was so fucking irritating. But it's all I remember from that wedding. That's literally it. I don't remember the rest of the wedding. I remember that fucking slap. Do not slap your fucking man in private, and definitely don't in public, because all you're trying to do is emasculate him. And men, if you're getting slapped in public by your woman, you really need to like reevaluate that relationship. That should not happen. That's not a partnership. That's a dictatorship. And that bitch is trying to control you, just like some guy who beats a woman in private is trying to control her. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens to Mrs. White. Bam! Oh, hold on. Wait. Slap. Whack! Whack! All right, guys. You've seen the interaction there. You've seen the interaction. Is this to me? I'll tell you my opinion. You guys can share it in the chat. You can share it in Locals chat, Rumble chat, whatever. You don't have to send a super chat or anything. I think Dana White's response is absolutely appropriate. Dana White's a big fucking dude. He's muscular. He's got traps. He's got shoulders. He's got biceps. He could have knocked her the fuck out. No question. Dana White, he's I think he did some amateur fighting or whatever. Clearly, this dude can throw goddamn hands if he needs to. He can throw hands if he needs to. I am not a fan of hitting women in any capacity, but if you're going to slap, I think his response is proportional. I think it's measured. I think after the initial hits, I think he does 2 slaps to her. The rest of his effort is spent not getting hit again. This is fucking equality. Like, this is what you get. Actually, it's not even equality, because if a man walked up and slapped Dana White, he would get a fist in the fucking grill. He would get a fist in the fucking grill. And I think what she did to him, like, I know she's probably drunk and there's all sorts of excuses. This is the complicated aspect of this. right? This is a complicated aspect of domestic violence. Domestic violence is not clear cut. Or sorry, domestic abuse is not clear cut. I think any physical contact between two people can be domestic abuse. I don't think every physical contact that can be domestic abuse is domestic abuse. I think she engaged in domestic violence against Dana White. I think she was being abusive. I don't know that I would go so far as like she is a domestic abuser in general, because there's probably all sorts of excuses that, that are going to be resolved the second she sobers up, is my guess. But to me, I think Dana White acted actually fully appropriately here. Honestly, I don't want him to hit her, but I don't think she should hit him either. I think that's a proportional response to him. And if that was anyone else on the planet, I think the proportional response would have been fucking knocking their teeth out. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think about that? I don't, that's my opinion. I don't know. Maybe actually, like to give her a little bit of potential credit or sympathy. What did he say? What did he say to her? Did he provoke it? Did he do? Maybe he was an absolute cunt. Maybe there's part of the video that we're missing. Maybe he hits her in private. I don't know. I don't have any evidence of that. I don't have any evidence of that. I don't know any of that. If that comes out, changes the dynamic. Just based on what we know, people are saying it in chat. FAFO, fuck around, find out. I wouldn't, I don't ever want to find out. Like I would never, I hope Lady Raggets never tries to slap me ever. Like I don't want to find out the answer. But if some other chick tries to slap me, you're not getting a slap back, bitch. I will fucking cock and fire this fist into your fucking mouth. I will treat you like a man immediately. Don't you fucking dare. I have no problems anymore on that shit. I move well beyond this idea that that there's some sort of automatic chivalry. I will be a chivalrous, polite motherfucker up until the moment you hit me. The moment you hit me, I will hit you back. And I will not pull that punch. Not a goddamn chance. Oh, if a woman hits Lady Raggets, you're getting stomped into the fucking curb. I'll beat the shit out of you. I will treat you like the man you wish you were in that moment. I got, again, yeah, guy or woman hits my wife, I'll fucking beat the shit. You'll be lucky to live through that, or I will. One of those two. Fuck off. You hit my wife, I'll fucking come. I will try to kill you. Not even joking. I don't care. I don't care if you're Triple H. I don't care who. I don't care how big you are. I'll punch you in the dick. I'll fist your asshole. I'll step on your head. I'll fucking kill you. Don't fuck with me. Definitely don't fuck with my wife when I'm around. Not a chance. That's my God-given duty, is to protect that woman. And I will die trying if I have to. But here's the thing. Lady Rackets is lovely and wonderful and super polite and friendly. And I'm like the most easygoing motherfucker on the planet. The idea that we're in this situation is really fucking rare. It's real, like it's a hard thing to even imagine. Cause like, so I've told this story before, but the closest I've ever come to being like attacked in public was when Yellow Flash was being a cunt in Knoxville to this fat chick, which was funny as hell. He wasn't actually being a cunt. He was just joking around. It's like, you know who we are? We're very important YouTubers. And she was drunk and got super pissed off. I had a pizza on hand to tame this bitch. Real simple. I just opened the box. The smell took her over and sedated her. She grabbed 2 slices. Because she's fat. And then that was that. I'm easygoing, man. It's hard to get on my fucking bad side. I don't have to do that. And Lady Rackets isn't a bitch to people, so that's not a problem either. We go out and have fun. We interact very politely with just about everybody, and that's that. We're not getting in bar fights. We're pretty fucking old for that shit. But yeah. Uh like I said, either you're getting hurt or I'm getting hurt. Whatever it is, that's the way it fucking goes. So you're saying if I slap Lady Raggets, you promise to fist me? I'm in. I'm grabbing your tonsils, bitch. There's not much more of this left here. Let's see the rest of it. So she's still coming at him, but it looks like here is where it's really hard to fucking see, but it looks like they kind of reconcile here. Or she calms down or whatever it is. Here's what it looks like to me. It looks like she drank too much. Women always drink too much, in my experience. Like, because they're like, oh, yeah, no, I can have another one. You're like, no, you're pretty good. And then they have another one. It's like, well, okay, now it's time to go home. It's cool. It looks like she drank too much. He was saying something. I don't know what he's saying. But she gets unreasonably upset, is what it looks like, and throws a slap. He slaps her back. Reaction. There's some back and forth, and then she ends up kind of in his arm, and they probably go fucking home after that. That's what it looks like to me. If I'm reading tea leaves here. But, that's reading tea leaves. I don't fucking know the situation. Again, to be clear, though, like, I don't want this to happen to anybody. I don't want this shit. I don't like this shit. I would prefer nobody get hit at all. If you're going to completely disrespect your partner in public, prepare to be disrespected right back, frankly. Now, if he had like stomped her into the fucking mat, like, that's a different question, right? Or if he had chambered up and just jacked her, like, okay, we'd have maybe a different opinion. Like Ray Rice, like I think the Ray Rice hit was a bit much. Oh, that bitch is being rude. I think that was a bit much. He destroyed her, and I think maybe went too far on that one. But man, like, I don't know. This seems like just a thing, but it was floating around, so I wanted to talk about it a little bit.